So, ladies and gentlemen, today we've got a really awesome episode of a little quickie of an episode, I should say, for T-Dot's Talent. We've got the farmers market here. Even though they're not from Toronto, they're still selling their products here in Toronto. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd love to introduce you to Chris. Hi, Chris. How you doing?
Excellent.
You know what, Chris? I love your products here. I seen it. I came by, and you know what? It completely caught my attention. I actually bought today 4 potatoes, 1 red onion, and 1 white onion off of you.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
So thank you very much for that. I can't wait to have it. The lady is actually going to be making some chicken pot pie. You can't go wrong with fresh ingredients, right?
You can never go wrong.
Absolutely. So you know what, Chris? I want to talk to you a little bit about the farm. All this stuff, all this product that comes from your farm, it's all fresh, yes?
No, it's not all from my farm. Some is from my property, and some is from a few neighbors. And in the summertime, I'll even bring up peaches from Niagara Falls when they're in season.
No way.
Yes, they're beautiful this year.
That's awesome. Wow. So, during the summertime, you actually bring some nice fresh peaches right from Niagara. Is there like a specific farm you get them from, or do you get them from multiple farms?
Multiple farms.
Cool. Good stuff.
And just to let you know that I do have peach trees on my property. They are growing. I've only bought the property 10 years ago, so I'm developing it as I go on from year to year.
That's awesome. How long do you think it's going to be till they actually start fruiting, those peach trees?
Well, actually, I'm trying something new this year. I've actually put 3 peach trees inside a greenhouse to see what I can do to grow peaches inside the greenhouse so I can have some crop.
Wow, that's awesome, man. That's really cool. So we were talking a little bit earlier, Chris, you and I, and we were talking about how all this, it's all fresh. It's right from the farm.
Yes.
Your farm is located where, Chris?
It's located in the Holland Marsh, which is just on the north side of Newmarket.
Okay. So it's not too far from Toronto at all then.
Just north of Highway 9, Davis Drive, west, they call it now. So.
Cool, yeah, absolutely, yes. They're doing that, all renovations and construction. They're definitely doing all that stuff now for sure, especially in that area, Orangeville area. But I love it, man. You know what? When it comes to farmland, when it comes to certain things like that, I'll tell you this. This is one of my dreams, and this is no joke. I actually do want to have a farm. I know you yourself, again, we were talking earlier, you're a vegetarian, right?
Correct, yes, I am.
Yes, so that's why you grow all this vegetation, which is awesome. If I was to have a farm, yeah, of course I would have a bunch of the vegetation, but also I needed some chicken. I need a little bit of chicken in there as well, get some protein. But that is definitely one of my dreams. So in that aspect of things, I certainly envy you, Chris. For me to have that, would be a dream come true. How big is your farm, Chris?
I actually own 5.5 acres. There's 3-acre lot and a 2.5-acre lot right next door to each other.
Really, eh?
Yes.
That's awesome. And those were both located in that
They're
area
right beside each other.
That's awesome. Wow. So you're your own next door neighbor, basically.
That's correct.
That's awesome. Do you reside on your farm as well?
I do reside on the one property.
That's awesome. This way it saves you from having to go to work every day and driving to work. You just got to wake up in the morning, do your thing,
and go outside. Yeah.
And go outside. Exactly.
The only time I have to work is drive is when I come down to the city here to sell my produce or drive to my other locations.
Right, of course.
To sell stuff.
Yeah, no, for sure. So let me ask you this, Chris. During the wintertime, because we were talking again earlier, and you were saying that this next week is going to be your last season of harvest and last season of being here for the season. I did see you guys here last year. I bought a few things off of you as well. But what do you guys do during the wintertime?
No, we have things around the property we have to do.
Yes.
But also I look for odd jobs just to keep me a little income coming, whatever it may be. But I also a photocopier technician, so we have a few customers that we service their machines also.
Wow, that's awesome. So you do both then. So you're also a farmer as well as a photocopy technician.
That's correct. Yes, I am.
If my photocopy machine goes broke, then I know who to call.
That's correct. Yes.
Not the Ghostbusters, but Chris.
That's correct.
Is that your own business?
Yes, it is.
What is it called?
It's called Back to Basics, where the farm is called Back to Basic Farms.
Yeah, so you kind of intertwine the two.
That's correct.
No ink, ladies and gentlemen, photocopy ink is going to be found in any of the products, right?
No.
These over here are naturally red. No red ink.
Nope. This is a true red shepherd pepper.
That's called a what?
Shepherd pepper.
Shepherd pepper. That's an interesting shape.
They're sweet peppers.
Are they?
Yes.
They're not. They look spicy.
Nope. These are sweet.
Nice. That's cool.
You want a hot pepper?
Oh no.
These are your long, hot cayenne peppers.
Oh my gosh!
Okay.
Look at the size of that.
Yeah.
Like, just to let you know, I've got some big hands, but look at that. That's huge.
Yeah.
That is probably one of the biggest peppers I've seen. Again, grown right out of your farm, yeah?
Right on my farm, that is.
That is amazing. Let's talk about the onions. I know these aren't specifically from your farm. You do a little bit of collaborations when it comes to your
share crops with my neighbors.
Yes.
So I'll work with them. They plant the seeds, and between what has to go on, when it comes to harvesting, I'll go out and harvest some of the crop with them. So
love it.
Or if there has to be a few other things, whatever it is.
Of course. I mean, you know what? And that's the thing. Sometimes they'll have certain things that you might not be growing.
That's right.
And it's expanding your market, right? And
it's like, why reinvent the wheel?
You're right, 100%. If something works, then just work with it.
They're growing onions and carrots and beets and potatoes up there like crazy.
Yep.
So I've grown the tomatoes and your peppers and eggplant and kale, and I've got into some fruit trees along with some other berry bushes.
I love it. That's totally awesome. Can we, because you know what, it is Halloween season and October season. It's time for that pumpkin sort of. Can we take a look at a couple of your pumpkins over here?
Sure.
Show me one of your. Yeah.
These are actually called pie pumpkins.
Pie pumpkins.
Okay.
Why are they called pie pumpkins?
Because they're small and they're used for the pie.
Okay.
Okay.
So not regular. So you can't really use regular pumpkins for pie. I mean, I guess you could.
You could, but they're not as tasty as your pie pumpkins.
Interesting. So this got a little bit more sweetness to it. What's the difference? Is it more
sweetness and texture? These are growing. It's to be eaten for your desserts.
Yes.
Where the bigger ones are growing to be your Halloween decoration.
Of course, yeah, no, for sure.
But a lot of younger people are using these and drawing faces on them.
On these smaller ones over here, right?
That's right.
Cool. As you can see, I'm not ready. If I was to have a farm, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not ready to do a vegetable farm because I have never even heard of pie pumpkins before. So it's interesting even speaking to you about. You learn something new every day, right?
Yeah.
So these are pie pumpkins over here. You were showing me squash earlier as well.
Yes.
A couple of different types of squash as well, might I add. If you could maybe show me a couple of your squash. What's the plural of? Is it squashes, squash-eye, squash? What would be the plural of squash?
Squashes.
Squashes. Okay, let's take a look at your squashes here.
Yeah. So,
hey.
Hello. Just give me a moment, sir.
We're just wrapping up here.
So this here is called a sweet mama squash.
Okay.
It's also known as, sometimes they call it buttercup because it has a crown in the middle on the flower side.
Interesting.
Okay, these are great for soups.
And they're called again?
Sweet mamas.
Sweet mamas. So that's a sweet mama.
That's a sweet mama. Okay. This here is known as a pepper squash or an acorn squash.
Interesting.
Okay. They're great for desserts. Okay.
Yes.
If you notice how the orange is on here and the orange is on here.
Yes.
When their orange spot is there, they're sweeter.
Interesting. Okay.
And they will become orange even off the vine. You don't have to wait till the vine.
Interesting.
This here's your butternut squash.
Okay.
They're excellent if you want to bake them, cut them in half and bake them openly. Okay, and you can even stuff them with rice and herbs and peas and carrots.
Cool.
And have a beautiful meal.
Can I guess the next one?
Yes.
Is this called a banana squash?
No.
Because it kind of looks like a banana.
Doesn't it look like a sweet potato?
It does kind of actually, yes.
Sweet potato squash.
Really?
That's what that's called.
Interesting. Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And they're great. A lot of young mothers who are training their babies to eat solid foods.
Yes.
They will actually use a sweet potato to introduce the squash to the child.
That is awesome.
Because they're very sweet and tasty.
Well, you know what, Chris? I don't want to take you away from much of your business. I'll let you get to it. But you know what? I definitely appreciate you taking the time out to talk to us about this stuff over here. We're definitely going to put your link over on the channel as well. And I definitely appreciate it, ladies and gentlemen. This is what Toronto is all about. You've got farmers market out here. You've got great people that are trying to get some fresh food, and people like Chris are the ones to over here to do it as well. Chris, once again, I do appreciate your time with me today. Pleasure is mine.
Not a problem. I enjoy having you.
Likewise. Thank you so much, Chris.
I look forward to see you next week.
Absolutely. And next week I'll let you know how the chicken pot pie turned out with your fresh products over here.
Awesome.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris.
Take care.
You too, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Cheers. Ladies and gentlemen, T-Dot's Talent.
Hey.